customer review or user review. This is the 6th chapter of Bookworm 101, narrated by Rihanna Powell. The copyright of the book is owned by Compendia Publishing, all rights reserved. No part of this publication may be reproduced, stored in a retrieval system, or transmitted in any form by any means, electronic, mechanical, photocopying, recording, or otherwise, without the prior written permission of the copyright owner. No part of this publication may be used to develop and/or train artificial intelligence models, systems, or technology, with no exception for any AI-related uses that fall under the category of fair use or general purpose AI. No part of this publication that has been made publicly available online may be used in general web scraping, text or data mining practices, and/or any AI-related transformative uses. First published in the digital version on January 1st, 2025 with ISBN 978-196-3038-378. The audio version is published with ISBN 978-196-3038-408. There are these being repeatedly found on social media. 1. Authors should take readers' feedback into consideration. 2. Reviews are for the readers, not for the authors. It's a reader's space. As we can see, the two statements seem to contradict each other. Most times, I read the two sides of the book community with giggles. The unspoken words that cross my mind usually are, "Do you want us to read your reviews or not? You got me confused." And now, the unspoken has been spoken. There have been other authors besides me with similar confusion about whether or not the readers want us to write in the first place. Over the internet, we find so many authors do and don't, or authors can and cannot, that come from mostly not published authors. At one time, I replied to one author's comment on another author's post with something like, "Or they're aspiring authors but haven't got to the crying to sleep at night when publishing the book part yet." That phase in book publication is wild. It's a business, but we remain humankind who can feel our feelings. There are so many emotions involved in creating our literary arts. Not every process in the back office is or should be posted online. There are multiple phases of editing in book publication. If you did not know, now you do. Authorship is a business in the publishing industry. Some even refer to it as authorpreneurship. In my main job, most times I say, "Yo, I ain't spilling tea, fam, the thingy's confidential." Of course, it's the polished version with explicit language expressions being scratched out. Mind you, confidentiality is much higher than signed NDAs. Authorpreneurship is a mindset and work ethic in the business of publishing copyrighted works. Almost every business has its own business secret to keep. That is one of the functions of NDAs. Not everyone is used to working in the dark. None of what I write in this user guide can go out to see the daylight unless the publisher approves it for publication. There's plenty of information in this user guide that's not been talked about on social media. If this publication can give any aspiring author a glimpse through the veil towards our back office during publication, then this book serves its purpose to guide others. The aspirant will pierce the veil when one starts writing book number 1. Once one aspirant walks through the veil, then things we cover in this user guide will resonate. In case loneliness knocks on your door, reread this book. You're not alone in the dark, because we're in this together, building our legacies. Those who say or tell us the authors do and don't, or authors can and cannot, might not realize it, but our literary arts are our legacies, not theirs. It's about time to return to this statement, authors should take readers' feedback into consideration. Reflecting on the statement above, here is a mirror for anyone who needs it. Are you an editorial reviewer or a peer to review the written work? Once the beta reading phase is past, the editing processes are already in the past. Some readers might not realize it. There'll be no going back to the editing phases and using the same ISBN at the same time. Here is another mirror, in case anyone needs an extra. Are you a professional editor? If yes, have we ever given any compensation for your editing service? If the answer to the questions in this section is a hard no, then we shall review your feedback as customer or user reviews for the future edition of the book. That will be another project to undergo with new budgeting planning. Personally, I would prefer to call it customer review rather than user review. One day, hopefully, you're going to be accustomed to my writings. The word consumer is different from customer in business. As for the statement, reviews are for the readers, not for the authors, it's a reader's space. It's going to be an inevitable grey area for self-published authors. Businesses need to be evaluated periodically. The customer reviews become the customer feedback for the business. When an author self-publishes the book, the author is indeed the business. The customer review space then merges to be the self-publisher's space at the same time. There are authors who are not keen on reading those customer reviews. We can hire staff to do the evaluation on behalf of the business. Evaluation is to forecast the future of the operations. We've sent countless of them to bookish creators. We keep pushing promotional content for my contemporary romance on social media, and yet my contemporary works that had been planned will be postponed. I shall be limited to one contemporary publication annually. One work being published in a year is enough reason for me to be grateful for. This very author is glad that the historical novels will still go for publishing as scheduled. I do not have any other choice than being glad. Rather, literally means glad. You might ask the reasons for the postponement by now. It's because of one thing: the monthly compensation reports from all distribution platforms. From the business perspective, the reports are the feedback. We've been pushing the contemporary works regularly, but it's been historical romance that converts. It took us almost a year to revise my debut novel for the second edition. While undergoing the revision, only a few times have I posted anything about my historical romance novels. Without being pushed on social media, my historical romance keeps bringing compensation in. Those conversions keep on coming, mostly from outside the US. It makes me wonder whether or not VPN pseudonymity really works. The social media analytics are mostly in line with the pseudonymous location. When we compare them to the compensation reports, they seem to be two different magnetic poles. Regardless, we're grateful for each conversion made on whatever part of the planet. I might be as clueless as you are. I don't know how it happened that way. If you're an aspiring author or bookish content creator, please stop being hard on yourself about social media. Surprisingly, the conversions come more regularly since we raised the ebook price. Now there's another discourse about ebook prices. We were once lost in a rabbit hole after revising a book. My technical writing works were mostly not published to the public for them to need any ISBN. The publisher's team members have experience in publications and media companies, but not in the US. Each region has its own laws and regulations. In some parts of the world, there have been ISBN shortages. That is hypothetically a downside of when government bodies give them away for free. Many of the books in where we came from got delayed, if not cancelled, because of it. My publishers and I are people from those regions. It took us quite some time to research whether we need a different ISBN for the digital version of the revised edition. We actually got plenty of help from the people in the technology and gaming industries. Then we learnt that it's similar to what we refer to as version control systems in technical writing. Since then, we've added publisher's notes in the front matter for every content update. It is licensing to access the content. For anyone who's ever paid for or been given access to the digital versions of my books, sync your devices to get the latest version update. Access to the latest version of content is what licensing payers have that print copy buyers do not. Yes, I'm fully aware when writing the words payers and buyers. The two pay for two different things. Please consider revising the customer review once anyone finishes reading the updated version of an ebook, that is, if the book reviewing platform allows. It will help us authors and publishers. We've been receiving messages offering paid verified purchase reviews. My publisher and I have to say no to offers from those accounts. To write customer reviews, you have the choice whether to write them for the publisher and author or for the potential readers. Choosing the addressees is not about honest or dishonest reviews, but about choosing your writing style. When reviewing for the publisher and author, readers will write to provide feedback for future revisions. It can be regarding the story itself, the authorship, or the price point. Choosing fellow readers as your addressee provides valuable insight for the ideal audience. Probably it will be more practical if you write custom reviews with the mindset of a matchmaker than a so-called marketing agent. With the matchmaking mindset, there's a possibility for you to simultaneously build your community as content creators. It's not only matching books to their ideal readers, but also matching your social media platform to your ideal audience, the ones who have similar reading preferences to you. As for bookish content creators, further explanation about content creation will be in the next 4 chapters. The contributor for the topic is none other than the publisher of this user guide. The team is the one who has more experience in the media and information industry in print, digital, video, and audio formats. The idea of me explaining the matter by myself does not seem right to me. This is the end of my portion for the user guide. We shall meet again through my other written works. The publisher will take it from here.